Crim here with another episode of Baldur's Gate. Last time we did some stuff in the last light, but we didn't really progress much. I didn't talk to Jaheira, and I didn't talk to Isabel. And one thing I'm going to mention now, I'm not going to talk to Isabel until way later in the game. And the reason why is there's a fight that happens right after you talk to Isabel. And with that fight, a lot of the merchants and things can just get outright killed in that fight because it summons a bunch of ads that stick around and do a bunch of damage. And I want to go ahead and mention I respect Karlach in between episodes because I've remembered that Act 2 is super heavy in deception, and this should be about the last time I have to respec Karlach, just FYI. The reason why is I went ahead and got some of the things for her dump stats, so I dumped her int, and I dumped her dex, and I went back to Act 1. I teleported to the goblin camp, and fought the spiders there, summoned Lump, and took his thing. And the reason I did this is because you can't actually summon Lump in Act 2. He can show up in Act 2. If you finish Act 2 and you never pay him in Act 1, he'll show up in your camp randomly and demand that you pay him, and if you don't, then he'll attack you. So that's a way to get it, but you would have had to already summon Lump like 2 times in Act 1 and just tell him to come back later for payment. So that's something. I thought they fixed this to where you could summon him whenever you wanted to, so long as it's not another plane, but it's still a feature where you can only do it in Act 1, so that's a little iffy. I also gave Karlach 2 hand crossbows, and I don't think I did much else to her. Just hovering over. Everyone else is pretty much set the same way as well. So, I stole some stuff from that one merchant. I didn't do any of that resetting stuff. I just stole what was there. And because Karlach is no longer like super like thieving because of her stats getting changed, as you can see her where is it? Sleight of hand? That's no longer like her like expertise thing. So she doesn't have like 2 stars in it. Instead, I moved those down to Deception because Deception in Act 2 is insanely powerful. Like, it is probably the most broken skill in all of Act 2, just because of all the crazy stuff that you can pull off with it. And I just want to show those things off because you don't have to do them, but they're funny situations, and I hope to show a few of those this episode. And I don't think there's much else. I made another character, just because. Where is she? Don't know where she is, but she should be with Withers, or Wither. So if I look on the map, I think they're over here. And we need to talk to Halsin as well. The reason why we need to talk to Halsin is whenever I went to Act 1, it gave me his backpack. And that's a little alarming because there used to be a bug in the game where if you go to Act 1 with Halsin in your party or whatever, he will actually abandon you and he'll act like you didn't help him and just left him in the lurch. So hopefully that's not an issue. Hopefully they fix that, because that was kind of an annoying bug before. It made it to where the ability to go to Act 1 was kind of pointless. Okay, this is the character I made. So, I just made her to be like a little thief. And she's actually got a decent amount of like charisma and like persuasion, so she can actually be a decent merchant as well. Just gonna show what I stole with her, since it's kind of easy. So, yeah, the merchant had 4 cloud kill things on them, so I just stole all of those, because Cloud Kill is broken. And I'm leaving most of the stolen stuff on her so that I remember what I actually stole. That way, if I actually test this stuff out, I can figure out if it's good or not. This is something I already had. I sold it to the merchant and I stole it back because I was trying to buy stuff and I quickly ran out of gold. So yeah, just a few things that I took. This, I might try on Will, and I might respec Will to be a warlock that uses packed weapons, because I'm not really using his imp as often as I thought. It's a really good spell because it can like go invisible whenever it wants, but I'm just not like optimizing it very well. So just a few other things. The haste on this might be pretty good. Yeah, haste on a stick is nice, and gives resistances, so something to keep in mind for that. So yeah, that's just a few things. This I'm probably gonna try, but not in Act 1. With the respec, now that her dex is a really high thing, her finesse weapons are actually going to be pretty good, because she actually, being a thief, well, not actually a thief now, I'll get into that. Like you can see, she's a level 2 rogue instead of level 3. She gets sneak attack, so why not, as a barbarian? But that's enough of that. Let's go ahead and get into it. I swapped some stuff around with her for the sole purpose of getting that extra attack as well. So let's go ahead and leave camp. I think we're in Last Light, so why don't we just teleport to Last Light? I don't really remember. Where is she? So yeah, I stole so much stuff from her. I also stole a lot from him.
Hey! That's close enough. Artifact or no, I don't like the likes of you crashing our party.
Give it a rest, Alfred. We need all the goddamned help we can get.
Okay. No bother. I'm used to the flaming fist.
You got a name? Good. Wouldn't want to piss on the wrong grave come the morrow.
Shut up. And you? Keep walking.
I was walking. I don't know why I got that interaction. We need to talk to Halsin, but I'm gonna hold off on talking to Halsin because his quest might progress some stuff, and I want to go back to where his quest actually is first. We also have to talk to these guys at some point, but they're going to apparently ambush me. I never knew that, but yeah, they're gonna try to ambush me and do a bunch of stuff. There was a interaction, I think over here, where there's a house where you have to play hide and seek and a bunch of stuff. And that's actually tied to Halsin's quest, so I'm holding off on that until I do that.
Yeah.
There are 2 more merchants, I believe, in here. There's this guy right here, and I think there's somebody over here. Oh, he didn't spawn. Probably because I didn't tell him I would find his friend for him. He never showed up in my camp, so...
Welcome to our humble... Wait, are you Karlach? A lot of us were in Avernus. We saw you fighting. You were so good. I saw you lay out a Moor demon in 2 hits. Bam! Bam! We were all like, whoa!
Yeah, it was my favorite pet. Nasty demon.
But he didn't. He couldn't. You're too strong.
Ever heard of the Blade of Frontiers, kid? If you like monster smashing, you might be a fan of his work.
Who's that?
Never mind.
Anyway...
Wow.
Karlach, how do you learn to fight?
I didn't have much choice. Lots and lots of practice. What can I say? I'm natural born brawler. Yeah, we're gonna go for this one.
Oh man, I know. I want to learn how to fight back too.
Well, you've got wits, style. Yep. You just do. Go after whatever's in your way. Careful, good. Once you start, it's hard to stop. We're gonna go for this one.
In that case, wanna buy a lucky ring?
Yeah.
Thanks, Karlach. Last light, welcome back. Are you looking for something in particular?
I actually didn't click on you again. So you got something extra special for your customers?
I'm not supposed to mention it to anyone. But I do have something pretty special in stock. A key. What does it look like? What does it open? What treasures await behind its lock? That's for one lucky buyer to find out. Mole gave it to me and said I shouldn't let it go to just any old jackaday.
Okay, so deception, we could steal it. We can make it worth a while. Or we can just outright buy it.
This is a valuable piece, so it's gonna cost a lot. And that is the price isn't changing.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I'll go ahead and get it. I know I could, like, haggle him, and in fact, I think I could get the key for free from him, but it doesn't matter.
Yes! That's my first negotiation. Here. Pleasure doing business with you.
And I don't think I actually need the key.
Have a gander at the finest stock.
I don't really care that much right now.
Welcome back. Are you looking for something in particular? I'm alive, ain't I? What's not to like?
See if you got anything good. The acrobatics and AC is decent on this. And you have the gold right in your inventory, so that's kind of useful if I had stuff to sell to you. Anything of value. You've got a fishing rod of alertness. Yep. I don't think this actually does anything, by the way. These are just like... Hold on. Does that actually... Really? Interesting. But yeah, these aren't actually magical items. They're just fake things. Obviously, this is a magic item. And this, whenever disengaged, this is really important. I was mentioning to someone in the comments before, they said that darkness is your best friend when it comes to stealing. This cape right here is amazing for stealing, because every time you disengage, you drop a fog cloud around you, which blinds everyone around you, and it's not considered a hostile action. So you can just drop it right on top of them. Sometimes if you drop darkness on people, they get really mad, and then they all attack you. So something to keep in mind with this. You're able to just, you know, drop a fart cloud, I guess, right on top of everyone and just have fun. So go ahead and take that, and that's going to be going to Will, by the way, since he's like the Eldritch guy and can see through darkness and all that stuff. So I don't think I have anything else to sell. I can sell these because I'm never going to need these. And I think that's good enough. Oh, we can sell some of these as well. Go ahead and sort by value. I'm keeping all the soul coins even though I don't intend on using any of them. And the acid arrows, we're going to go ahead and sell some of these too. Just so I can get over 1,000 gold. Trying to, at least. Holy water we're definitely keeping on us. Yeah, not too many good things to sell, unfortunately. Oh, I don't need any of these. I never use these, so I might as well get rid of all the poisons, except for the drow poisons and the wyvern toxins. Everything else, I think, is good.
Pleasure, do.
Yep, you too.
Premium trinkets and doodah.
So let's go over here to you. Give you the cape.
Defender of the people.
Yeah, you don't have a cape right now, so that actually is going to be pretty useful for you. Even if I'm not using you for stealing stuff, the fact that you can just disengage to drop fog on yourself. The AC bonus. I don't think I can use that because I'm using this. I forgot that I had these, so they're pretty good. I mean, the acrobatics bonus. So in normal D&D, you can't have multiple things that increase your AC. You can only have one, and it's whatever the highest is, so like a ring of protection +2 or whatever. But in this game, you can just do whatever you want, so that's something to keep in mind. Misty Step, not that useful, but the other stuff is useful.
Where am I needed?
I can't give you anything, can't give you anything. I could give you something.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave
Where the boots at?
The pride of the gate.
So we're gonna give them to you
No time to dally.
Have a gander at the finest.
to get your AC up just slightly more, because the momentum on dash isn't very useful for you, unfortunately.
Hey, good looking.
The pride of the gate.
So this is another reason why I'd recommend actually making Will a rogue on top of whatever he is, because right now disengage is an action. So he does that. It sticks around for 1 round, and well, he basically loses his action in order to do that. So actually, I talked myself out of it. I think it'd be better to give this to
A long way to go.
someone else that has bonus actions.
Making me sweat.
Oh boy, the only person who can do that is me then. That's a little unfortunate. So yeah, unless I decide to go and make Will, like, I might have to actually. Here you go. Oh, and I went ahead and gave her this instead of the shape-shifting stuff. She still has the ring on her, but I'm just not using that enough.
While I'm at it.
Don't wander far. We need to talk.
Yeah, whatever you say. I need to talk to them first.
Look, you're welcome and all, but I got to...
Yeah, so the Deep Gnome guy isn't here for some reason. He just never showed up in my camp. He was supposed to show up in my camp during one of the rests, and he just never did. So that was a little annoying.
It's good to see you again. I'd ask if you've made any progress with your little problem, but the telltale twitching of your eye is answer enough. You wound me. I've only tried to be a friend to you, just as to the poor souls here where hope hangs by a single thread. I can mend it or cut it, depending on what they ask for. They're not the only ones ripe for temptation, you know. My last contract here fed me for decades.
Yeah, why are you here? Oh, sorry. Why were you here before?
Family troubles. Not my family, of course. I never surrender knowledge for free, but one good turn deserves another, does it not? To repay you for the souls sent my way, I offer a taste of the truth. Ketheric Thorm, proud father, man of faith, utter fool. On the night the Harpers sealed him away, someone murdered his entire army in cold blood. Now who would possibly benefit from such a massacre? If you want to know more, I could work the exchange of such precious knowledge into the terms of your future deal. But the time for quibbling over clauses and contracts hasn't quite arrived. You'll be limping back to me soon enough, with your tail between your legs. For now, I'm afraid you've already made me late for a meeting with another client. I'll see you soon.
Okay. That was a little weird. See, they're supposed to be playing chess as well, so... I don't know. We kind of messed up some of the interactions.
Please, be welcome. Have a drink. To your very good health.
Yeah, go ahead and give me some poison, why don't you?
She is anxious for you to drink the wine first, and it's an anxiety you recognize. Not every knave prefers a blade in the ribs or arrow in the back. Some prefer poison. You perceive a faint hint of cloth grass, a herb that is said to elicit the truth. Jaheira smiles at you knowingly.
It doesn't spoil the taste, if that's what you're wondering.
Yeah, we're gonna go for... go for this.
No, but it does leave the subject paralyzed. Whatever comes after, I would have you standing on your own 2 feet. My pleasure. Now drink.
Are you actually gonna drink or what? Oh, we were waiting for her, apparently.
Well over a century old, and yet it hasn't lost a hint of flavor. Still not quite so sure about you, though. People tend to lose more than just flavor when illithids get their hands on them. I speak from experience. There's an air about you. Something alien. Answer me true and do not lie. The parasite is changing you, isn't it?
No, it actually isn't. It's trying to change me, to win me over, but I'm resisting its temptations.
And you're certain you will continue to resist?
Oh, absolutely.
Good. I will take your word for it. And hold you to it, too. I have every reason to be cautious. I've traced people like you. People with parasites in their brains. All the way here from Baldur's Gate. The cult of the Absolute is spreading through the city. Quietly, quickly, and with unsettling deliberation. We tracked them to this ancient village, only to be faced with a man we killed and buried over a century ago. Believe me, he was well and truly dead. I locked his corpse in the Thorn Mausoleum myself. He was a Sharan once. Took to building an army of dark justiciars beneath this very village. Alongside the local druids, we made it our business to see him deposed, dead and buried. But he's returned. Not only does General Ketheric Thorm live again, it seems he is no longer mortal. He has become, in fact, invincible. We met him on the road here, commanding an army of the Absolute, intent on destroying Baldur's Gate. I put an arrow through his eye myself, only to watch him pluck it out like a splinter. He healed right in front of me and chased us into the shadows. Things looked hopeless, but experience has taught me that no matter how bleak things look, there's always hope. You are that hope.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
The same way he dealt with my arrow in his eye, I suspect. Much as I share your desire for a simple life, we must try another way. Protected by your artifact, you can infiltrate his forces at Moonrise Towers, posing as a true soul. Find out what it is that makes him invincible, so we can strip him of his advantage. Once Ketheric is without his shield, the sword, together we assault his tower and put a final end to this blight.
Okay. Catholic's days are numbered. You want to make use of my infection? I want to be cured of it. Yeah, we'll go for this one.
I appreciate your enthusiasm. Just be sure it doesn't make you leap before you look. Infiltrate the towers, and Ketheric's downfall begins. What's more, you'll find the cure for that thing in your head. Any cure starts with understanding the disease. Whatever magic Ketheric's using to control these tadpoles, it must be at moonrise. Until then, we keep drinking wine when we meet.
You mean you keep drinking? I didn't drink any of that stuff.
You're not our only secret weapon. Isabel, a faithful cleric of Selûne, and a light in the darkness. She cast the moon shield around the inn. It's the only reason we're still alive. She's upstairs in her chambers. Tell her I sent you, and she'll see you through the shadows safely.
And this is the part where I don't do that. So I think I had to talk to her before this because Maul said that she had, I had more important people to talk to.
Look, you're welcome and all, but I got to chat with...
Yeah, so that's weird. Maybe he'll come back or something.
Controls report more activity among the cultists.
Thought you'd be 10 yards tall the way Zevlor spoke. Ceres, Scout. Seems we missed one another at the Grove, but the other... A pity. You pulled them from one death trap, only for me to... Gone. And more than half... We were ambushed, out in the cursed land. They were toying with us. Those of us who cut free just kept running till we found this place. The others... Maybe the cult got them. Maybe the... Zevlor had hope. It didn't save him. But...
Okay, generic NPC that I'm never gonna see again.
You're all right. Thank goodness. I was worried they'd got you too. I keep replaying it. Over and over in my head. They lined us up like dogs. Asherak was with the kids, telling them it was going to be all right. Maybe that's why they picked him. Told him to kneel. They took his eyes first. Then his tongue.
Okay. I've seen a lot of nasty ambushes in my time. That sounds among the worst. I'm sorry. I wouldn't go that far. How did you survive?
Roland, of all people, saved us. He said he stayed in the Grove because of you. And I'm damn glad of it. Without him, well, none of us would be here. Yes. He shielded me and the kids, while his brother and sister rushed the cultists. Cal and Leah were dragged away, along with the others. Roland isn't taking it so well. None of us are, to be honest. How do you do it? How do you keep going?
Take what I'm due and don't look back. Yeah, one step at a time, honestly.
You make it sound so easy. But I'll try. You've done so much for us already. But I have to ask. The others might still be out there. If they're not dead, they're in Moonrise. And gods have mercy on anyone in that hell's pit.
Yeah, I'll find them.
Thank you. If anyone can manage it, you can. Just be careful up there, all right? I can't handle anyone else dying.
Yeah, fair enough. Hey, another inspiration. Wrong button. Sorry about that.
There's another bottle of Arabellan Dry back there. Put it on the bar, then piss off and leave me alone.
Jaheira said we should serve drinks, but that we shouldn't serve drunks.
Jaheira didn't save your ragged little tail from the cultists. I did.
Yeah. Said that you're the reason the kids in her escaped?
Cute. Maybe she'll write a ballad about me. She can leave out the part where my brother and sister were dragged away screaming while I was saving the orphans. If you hadn't filled their heads with all that self-righteous, heroic crap at the Grove, none of this would have happened. Dead for all I know. Or in the cult's tower with the others who were taken.
Yeah, they're better off dead. No, if they're alive, I'll rescue them.
They're my responsibility. You go save the world. Or your own arse. Or whatever it is you do. I'll fix this.
Yeah, about that.
Maybe not, Mom.
I tried telling Mr. Roland that he'd had enough too. He didn't like it then either.
Where are you? I think you have something to say.
If this is about Roland, go away! He acts like he wished we weren't here. Like he wished he hadn't saved us.
Yeah, but he did save you. That's what matters.
And now we're just trying to save him from drinking himself stupid.
Well, I get it. You're looking out for him.
Yeah. He did save us after all. Anyway, it's his loss. I found this book. Old, dusty, full of strange lettering. Pretty sure it's magic. I was gonna give it to Roland so he could learn new spells, you know? Beats drinking till he forgets the ones he knows.
Pretty sure that's not how that works.
Maybe. Anyway, I'm sick of talking. You can go now. Bye-bye.
Yeah, she's a little bit of a pest, isn't she? Anyway. Come in here, and there should be some stuff to steal.
I suspect she'd sacrifice anyone to achieve that.
If I can find it.
Have a gander at the finest.
Perception failed, really? Come on.
That might be worth a look.
If you have an alternative in mind, please propose it. Patience.
Okay, when the wielder deals cold damage, they create a icy area around the targets. That's pretty useful.
I missed that.
That is definitely going on you. Okay, sort by latest.
I wonder what the next...
Instead of the shape-shifting thing. Because, like I said, I'm not really using the shape-shifting as
I
much.
could go for a good meal.
I will still keep it because I'm going to need it for the deception checks.
This place is awesome.
Just take everything of value, I suppose.
I wouldn't go that far. But her folk.
Good to see you're still breathing. It's the best we can hope for.
And nothing else to say to me, huh?
Last night's best bargains, right
See if there's
here.
anything else. Oh, there's a little kitty cat. The Majesty.
Hiss! I say hiss! And yet you harm me by your very presence. This is my territory, and you're in it. Indeed you will. Or you'll find my claws planted firmly in your dangles.
They're at the finest stock.
Okay, another report. Another quest.
Wants the same thing we do. To save the city.
But she doesn't care if the Grand Duke lives or dies. I wouldn't go that far.
He still won't speak. Just keeps going with the bloody song.
Nothing of use on his person.
His original writ of duty, signed by Eltan himself. Fella must be one of the very first Flaming Fist.
He must know something. Let's not give up on him yet.
Floric.
Will? Gods, please, no. The Blade of Frontiers was supposed to be my secret weapon. I don't suppose you found a way into the towers.
Not yet.
I trust you will do everything you can to free the Duke. But in case you don't find a way, I'll be heading to Baldur's Gate to seek reinforcements. The Council sent a carrier pigeon with news that the city has been dealing with absolutist attacks. The Steel Watch is holding strong. I'll request that Lord Gortash send some of them to aid in the fight against Moonrise. The curse won't harm them.
Gortash, as in Enver Gortash. Last I knew, he was a minor player in city affairs.
A lot's changed since you left Baldur's Gate, Will. Gortash has gained considerable influence since then.
Gortash, your old boss, the man who sold you to Zariel. It seems he's calling himself Lord these days.
Lord Gortash is the man responsible for the creation of the Steel Watch. It's no wonder he earned the title. The Steel Watch are the future of warfare. Gondian automatons that can be sent into battle without risking any lives, except those of our enemies. Lord Gortash had only completed work on the prototypes before Ravengard and I left for Elturel, but even they were formidable. With the Steel Watch at our backs, we can storm the tower whatever Ketheric throws at us, I'm sure of it. I'll do my best, but there's every chance I'll fall to the curse or the cult before I reach the city. Don't count on me and assume no aid is coming. Work with Jaheira. That Harper's mind is as sharp as her blade. Follow her guidance. Farewell. We'll meet again, God's willing.
Really? Nothing else to say to me?
The journey back to Baldur.
Okay, so you're not going to talk about this guy at all. Guess I'll talk to him then.
Flame Color. That's your name, isn't it? Art Color? I'm Vistula.
Nathaniel and me climbing up a tree.
We need you, sir. One of our own's been taken, a Grand Duke. You might know something that could help us bring him back. We found him out in the shadows, just wandering. Nothing survives out there for long. Don't know how he made it, or where he came from.
This is no physical ailment. It is a spiritual malaise. The man's mind has been gripped by the Shadowfell, yet it has not broken.
No idea, I'm afraid. Whoever it is must be someone important to him. He's been saying the same thing over and over, ever since we found him. You hear me, don't you, sir? You might not be able to answer, but you hear me. A century locked inside a Sharan curse will do things to a man. But you're not alone, sir. We're here with you. And I'm sure you've got relations, maybe some long-lived friends even, who want to be seeing you. Oh, if you know how to get through to him, don't hesitate.
Okay, medicine check. That's unfortunately a wisdom thing. Arcana. Yeah, we're gonna try for Arcana because we have the crown on. It's still a high DC.
He spent a long time in the Shadowfell, a Sharan realm without color or light. It's had a terrible effect on him.
His mind lingers in the Shadowfell, but perhaps it can be returned. We need to remind him who he is. Some personal effects, maybe.
Okay, look closer.
His fingertips sport calluses and toughened skin, as if from manual labor, or playing a stringed instrument, perhaps.
This was in his pocket. He doesn't seem to have any reaction to it now, but he held on to it for 100 years anyway. If he does, he isn't sane.
Okay, yeah, we'll fix that pretty soon.
In his pocket.
Read the parchment. Uh-huh. Cool.
Gating the House of Healing. Must have found something there, right?
Yep, that's kind of where we're going next, because there's a really fun deception check over there.
Heard you're meant to be heading toward the towers. With a single word, Floric could charge the coast's most powerful force with taking back the Grand Duke. We ought to be doing just that. And yet.
Yep, I don't think there's anything to talk about with the rest of these people.
An extra blade.
I think they're just more or less generic NPCs.
You're heading into the towers.
Nice to see a friend.
Two to go.
We're discussing.
You can help him.
Yeah, and that's Isabel floating in the sky. Okay, I think that's everything here. And there's still a lot of like miscellaneous stuff to do, but I don't have to be here and do it all at once. I think I can just come back for it. So I don't know why my camera's zooming out like this. This is weird. There we go. So we're gonna try and leave, and we should get intercepted on the way out, I believe. Should get intercepted. Probably not, though. Yeah, you guys.
Changed? Why? New considerations. You mean to reach Moonrise, and I've orders to help you. The path to the towers is drenched in blackness so deep even a torch cannot quell it. Yet the cultists have found a way to move freely. Whatever this method, a cultist convoy crosses the land as we speak. I've readied an ambush. Say the word, and we fly. My feet are but don't tarry.
Alright, so this is where I'm gonna go ahead and put on the stuff that she has. She no longer needs these, and they're pretty useful for me right now. So pop this on. Pop this ring off. Religious Arcana. Okay, we'll swap that around, I suppose. And what we want to do is disguise self as a drow, because it will make it a little bit easier. Wherever the drow ones are. It's kind of hard to see in this giant list. I wish I could just favorite these. Alright.
You mean to reach the path? Yet the occultist convoy crosses the land as we speak. Splendid. Harper's with me.
There we go.
I think we're fine.
Keep steady.
I haven't cast light on myself, though. I probably should have done that before coming over here, but oh well. Not that big of a deal. If we stay close enough to them and Lysel, we should stay lit up.
And?
I was also kind of hoping that they would just, you know, take me over where I need to go. Because I haven't cleared out any of this stuff.
Spot for an ambush. Get into position.
Alright, everyone, get in here. Yeah, so like normally there's enemies in this area. So I guess they just didn't spawn because of this. Oh, come on, get out of that. Alright, so I'm gonna need you to cast light on me. And toggle group mode.
Well.
Kind of annoying I have to keep the weapon out for light to work, but oh well. Not that big of a deal. Go up top.
Got a little time?
No, don't talk
Where
to him. Go up top. Take this ladder and go up top. What do you mean I can't reach there? There's literally a ladder right there. Am I where I need to be, or what? I am at the ambush site. So this is still here. So this is kind of important. I'm pretty sure this might go away whenever I do this. Like 100% sure. Alright, is it out here then? Because I know it's right here, but I'm already at the ambush site. Alright, let's talk to, you, I guess. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do.
We bring more to your church every day, my queen. Your followers are legion.
So that's that one guy.
We'll wait for your signal.
Your faithful stand ready, Majesty. Soon we march. Soon the world will bow to you.
Here, we're boss. Something moved up there. Want me to drag it out?
this?
The Drider's eyes cut through the darkness, locking on you as your parasite squirms with excitement. Your minds connect, and you hear a voice whispering to you. The Absolute, or just the echoes of his fractured mind reverberating in the darkness.
One of your true souls, my queen. How have they survived?
Absolute protects me.
You bless them too, my queen. Where is their lantern?
I'm pretty sure you're holding me. Holding it, I mean.
Majesty, is this true? Did I not serve you well? Very well. If it is your will, we can have it!
Yep, good. You must go now.
What do you mean, go?
We can't go without you. The shadows would tear us to pieces.
This is not Her Majesty's will!
Are you sure about that?
If it is Her Majesty's will...
You can't be serious. You know what's out there.
If it is Her Majesty's will, then we shall walk! She will protect us. She must.
Majesty!
I'd never believe it if I hadn't just seen it. Nicely done. Now let's see what we've got here.
Yep. Pretty fun interaction if you do it right. Toggle
One
group
less
mode.
blight in the darkness. 1,000 more to conquer.
At very least.
The lantern gives off a chilly glow, protecting all in its vicinity from the surrounding shadows.
Incredible magic. I can feel the light lifting the shadows, even those within me. Be safe and be brave. We expect no less.
You notice a tiny pixie trapped within. These fey creatures are infamous for their trickery. Sometimes playful, sometimes malicious.
Oh, please! Oh, golly me, oh my! You must release me or I'll die. This lantern only lights the way when I am hurting night and day.
Okay.
My name is Dolly Thrice. Now won't you free me from this vice?
Yeah, if I release you, will you help me travel through the shadows?
It would be my pleasure, truly. Once I'm freed, I'll help you duly.
Okay, here you go. Release the pixie.
Finally! Been trapped in that coffin with no one but a mad rider and my own farts for company.
Did me a good turn there, didn't you? What do I owe you?
Yeah, I need help getting through the shadow curse.
Sure I can, but will I? Yeah, sure, why not? Here, give this bell a shake. Speak the magic words and you'll get what you've earned. Protection from the shadow curse. What more could a dingus want? You're welcome.
And that's not the last time we'll see Dolly.
We do get to see some interesting things. Almost makes the mortal peril worth it. Almost.
Alright, now we no longer have to worry about the shadow curse, and we also don't have to worry about light. Because, you know, we had to worry about light before, and it was kind of annoying, because it kind of gets rid of the weapons that we can use in this particular area.
Honk honk.
If you're playing as the Dark Urge, you actually have a chance to crush the pixie. And yeah, that interaction's gone, because that was literally the same NPCs as before. So now we have to go over to here to wake up, what's his name? I think that's the best location to go to next. And we should get attacked on the way there. Because this place is just filled with ambush spots. So right here, a bunch of enemies right there. So let's go ahead and group stealth. And now that we have that, we don't have to worry about them because their whole tactic is like pulling you into the darkness so you take extra damage. So in fact, I'm gonna go ahead and have Will get in position. He actually doesn't have any good stuff, so short rest.
Enough time wasted. Battle awaits.
Forgot that I used up all his stuff last time.
Prime spot for
Reception
an
failed.
ambush.
Well, could you stealth again? Okay, fine. Just fireball, I guess, or firewall. Nope, can't aim that there. How about here? To here. Dude, get in position then. A little closer. Hopefully it doesn't cause you to get attacked.
That might be one.
There you go. And I think that's... yeah, that's a surprise round, which is really important. You go ahead and do this to make an icy surface. Or you just completely miss. I have no idea if I hit the roof or whatever. I must have. Well, not much else you can do then. Just hold tight. And you go ahead and just... no, can't do that. Just go ahead and run in there and smack the guy. Be surprised, so... guess we don't get a attack of opportunity on that. Or not attack, you know what I mean. Go ahead and smack this guy. And we're going to go ahead and use my Singing Sword effect, which I can do once per short rest, where it makes it to where my allies get extra chances to hit with their attacks. It's like a 1d4 or something like that. Yeah, 1d4 to attacks and saving throws. And you just go ahead and do the Eldritch Blasty. This is normally a kind of annoying fight, because these guys just gang up on you, and if you're not ready for it, really take you by surprise. Alright, and go ahead and just beat you up, I suppose. Can we do a Moonbeam? Or a Sunbeam? Path is blocked. I don't think so. Anyway, just go ahead and hit this guy, I suppose. Use this, get a bonus action. Or an extra action, I suppose. And just keep on going to town on you. They're not undead, so unfortunately they don't get like any like debuffs and such. And you just smack this guy, please. There we go. That was easy. So you're hamstrung. You're not running in fear, though. That's slightly annoying, but not the biggest deal in the world. Should have swapped to this. Oh well.
Let's go.
And you up there. Go ahead and Misty Step right here. Just go to town on you. Sure. Oh, you are frightened. Well, you know what they say. Eldritch Blast all the time. I can't do that because disadvantage. That's annoying. Consume 3 charges. Release a blast of... okay, sure, why not? I wonder what Jolted does. Oh. Can't take a turn or reactions. That is overpowered, actually. Wow. Can I push you? Yeah, that's what you get.
Time to strike.
And I noticed that she actually made an ice puddle at her ground. She didn't make it up top. Or, actually, no, she hit that guy and it did ice damage. That's what it was. You just keep on hitting him, I suppose. You're not really doing much damage, but it doesn't matter. Smack this guy. Hopefully you don't get electrocuted too. Because I think he still has that effect up. Oh, nearby enemies. That's even better. For 3 turns, he just, like, basically permanently stuns people. How is that not broken? Nowhere to teleport to. Fantastic. Well, I guess...
My turn.
Pass your turn. Karlach? Yeah, that's honestly the best thing you could do. Just shoot this guy in the back. And do it again. So you have the multiple crossbows. Cool. Swap back to this, so you have that out, and end turn. Welcome back. Hopefully you don't slip. Hey, you're jolted. Isn't that nice? So let me just make sure that's what it is. So yeah, it takes 1d8 each turn and can't take reactions. Okay, that's what it was. Can't take reactions. For some reason, I thought it said that it can't take actions or reactions, which would make it really broken. But yeah, that's not too bad, actually. Means they don't get attacks of opportunity or anything. You can just move out of the range and move back in without a care in the world. And it costs basically nothing, because he already has multiple charges built back up. So, yeah, that's really nice, actually. Go ahead and do this to him. Yeah, that's gonna be nice too. Because of her boots, she doesn't have to worry about them.
Fuck yes.
Anyway, have fun in the fire again. And we'll just finish this guy off, and that'll be it. I don't know how you're able to teleport up to me. I have a light source on. Like, the whole point of... Oh, I swapped to crossbows. Never mind. Anyway, go ahead and get rid of the wall, Will.
Fleet of foot.
Easy fight is easy. And hey, I'm up here already, so go ahead and try and loot this. Go ahead, lockpick. Try to at least. So even though we're not like proficient anymore, we still have decent stuff going into the rolls. So it's not the end of the world. Try again. Okay. Whenever the wielder deals radiant damage, the target receives 2... Yeah, so that's a thing. It's not the most important thing in the world, though. Read this. Uh-huh.
The lunar idol. Are you in need of a paperweight?
There you go. It's your idol now. Go ahead and loot these guys, I suppose. I don't think they really have anything, though. Pretty sure it's all just junk. Like, not even any decent crafting recipes or anything like that.
La la la.
Anyway, we were going up here before.
Defender of the people.
Okay, that's a long rest thing, so it at least balances out that way.
Moving it.
That's still a really, really good effect. Okay, we have these guys. I forget what this whole thing is. I think what had happened was we were supposed to come over here first and realize that there's an ambush from these, like, lights or whatever. But I'm just doing everything backwards, apparently. And we should have the ability to speak with dead.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
True soul of the a trap.
Sounds like the Mastiffs are still here, beyond the light.
Unslaked hunger. Spell. Continual flame. To water.
The spell's power.
Nice.
Let me at it.
Don't think we can turn them off. Yeah, continual flame. What does that do? Yep, so I don't know if there's some interaction where if you turn it off, something happens, but I think it was just these guys. Pretty sure it was just these guys. They might have just come over here instead. I can probably just destroy the torches. They have help, so I might try that later, see what goes on. Okay, so there is a lot of stuff to actually explore out here. I'm going to explore most of this before I go into the main area, because that actually triggers some of the new plots the moment that you cross a threshold here. So that's one thing I'm going to do. I was thinking I would go to the hospital first, but I forgot that I have to do a lot of stuff first. So the first thing, eventually we're going to loot all these bodies. The first thing that we want to do is try and take out all the random enemies that are in the map. And I'm thinking next episode, we'll start the episode off at this, like, farmhouse thing, so that we can start Halsin's quest. Hopefully, anyway. Hopefully it didn't bug out when I got the crown. And I'm just leaving the shape-shifting form on right now because it's pretty useful. The extra damage and everything else. Oh, hold on. This, okay.
What's cooking?
Don't do that. This is the worst location to be in the entire map. Do not come over here just yet. Do not come over there. That is actually essentially a death sentence. There's like 50 enemies right here, all invisible, hiding in place. Like there's some like in the bushes, like you see one right there. And this big guy here. So whenever I first did this, I climbed up to the top there, and then I discovered they can climb ladders somehow.
Thanks.
So yeah, it was not a fun time. Definitely not a fun time. Let's see. Guess we can go over here, though. If we're careful, we won't aggro them. No, that leads back to them. I thought there was a second path here. Guess not. This place is a little winding, as you know, if you couldn't tell. Could just teleport, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna try and take the upper section first. Could also deal with the ravens now. I think we're fine enough to deal with the ravens. It's just some extra XP. It doesn't matter that much. Yeah, the only downside is the surprise rounds. But they are all considered undead, so luckily we get the blindness effect from left-hander. These guys are pretty weak. As you can see, they only have 1 health each. So, time to do something fun, and this will actually get me an inspiration with Lysel, if I recall correctly. She has a thing where if you kill multiple enemies in one turn, you get an inspiration. Right there. I got an inspiration, and I think Lysel also gave me an inspiration. Nothing of value, so just bump in the night. Well, we'll see what that does. Bump in the night. So, 3 encounters with Shadowlands. Maybe I already got hers. I probably already got hers. Oh, yeah. This one. Pentacrush. And there's a raven. Go ahead and read this. And there is also a guy with a raven around here. However, I don't know what his story is. He teaches you a spell to summon ravens. Ignoble hat. Lysel, do you have a hat?
Indolence breeds
Ah, yeah, you have a hat. Never mind, I can't give this to you. Maybe if it was like a cosmetic slot. And unfortunately, those don't really exist for head slots. Just for the, like, normal outfits. Now, what I was going to say, there's a guy with a crow that should be in this, general direction. And we will get a crow spell from him to summon a crow. And it makes it sound like the crow's going to do a bunch of cool stuff for you. It doesn't do anything for you. It does absolutely nothing of value. Oh boy, I wonder what's over here. I wonder what's right here. Did we get a surprise round? We did not get a surprise round. That's unfortunate.
Right,
You'd think we'd get one,
it's go
considering.
time.
But oh well, not a big deal.
Boom!
Got to concentrate.
And you, just go ahead and finish this guy off.
True.
Or not. Or just miss absolutely horribly.
On I go.
Yeah, the ice quake is a little annoying, but what can you do, right?
Better avoid unfriendly eyes.
I don't think this will do anything. It might distract him for a turn. And there's a big guy right here. He's the guy we have to watch out for.
On the victor's path. No time to waste.
Jeez. Really doing some damage on her, aren't you? Well, that's why we have a healer. Granted, it'd probably be a good idea to keep the basking on.
My path be true.
Not that big of a deal, though. Grand scheme of things. So I'm thinking about getting her Sentinel eventually, because of her polearm ability. Come on, camera, stop doing that. With her polearm ability, whenever an enemy would enter into her attack range or whatever, she would actually get an attack of opportunity against them, and with Sentinel, if she gets an attack of opportunity against someone, it prevents them from being able to move. So essentially, you can keep someone from actually progressing. So it's a really fun combo. I probably should have Rajade, but I forgot all about it. Oh well. I don't think I can bleed a plant. Maybe I can burn it, though. Yep, and goodbye.
Under their noses.
I'm gonna be going over here, thanks.
My faith will protect me.
I cannot move out of your way, unfortunately, but I can teleport. Yeah, of course I'd miss. Not that big of a deal.
On the victor's path.
So 1 to you. And I hope this pushes. I really hope that pushes. Oh, I have a really low chance of hitting you, unfortunately. How about now? Yeah, so let's try that. That is the wrong character. Okay, we're gonna load on that. Jeez, my bad. I didn't even see Lysel though because the plant was in the way. I thought I was targeting the plants. Jeez. My bad entirely on that. I don't want to go see Wither about getting her back, by the way. If they fall in the chasms like that, you can't bring them back unless you talk to Wither. Alright, can we get over here in stealth, maybe? Get over here.
You can't see me.
Want to get a sneak attack on you?
Has to come first.
Don't burn yourself.
Okay, or not.
Watching and waiting.
Are we getting sneak attacks now? Still no sneak attacks? Come on.
I got this.
They didn't know we were here.
Heading out.
There was no way that they would have... Whatever. Do we not have access to any more rage? Oh, we're out of rage charges too? Oh, right. I just realized the reason why I'm out of all that stuff is because I was fighting Lump or whatever his name was. And whenever I was fighting him, I had to burn pretty much all my stuff. So that makes more sense. I was like, why am I out of everything? Fantastic. I'll swap back to this, I suppose.
Let's finish this. Bleed for me.
Their explosion is the most annoying part of them. That's why I kind of don't want to fight these guys. Oh boy, I wish I could just push you further. Like get right here and maybe push you. Like I can't push you enough to make it matter. Apparently you're too heavy to throw, which makes no sense.
The blade will not bend. No time to waste.
Alright, well, you can just drink a potion and sit tight.
Make way.
Oh boy. What can I do here? Don't really have any good spells to actually use on any of you guys. Like, if I had a little bit more movement, I could get there and do that. Can't do that either. Don't want to do that because I'll accidentally hit her. Not too many options. I figured, you know, changing her out would give her a lot of options, but no. Really does not give many options. There, we got Bane on you at least. Alright. Well, on that note, just go to town on these guys with a fire arrow, I suppose. And another one. Right there. And now get out of the area, drink a potion, and hold tight.
Can't give up.
Come on. Really, it's not going to allow me to actually shove him off the cliff. Alright, well, get out of here then. Just start pounding this guy. No, do not use your bow. Use the actual weapon that I gave you.
This is my time.
Alright, Will. I'm going to need you to fireball right there. That was effective. That was super effective. Jeez. Alright, maybe she can shove. Or she doesn't get enough range to shove. There we go. Easy. Would have been easier if I didn't do that one thing at the start. But oh well. What can you do? Take that. Oh, we gotta be careful with this curse vine thing. I think it does a lot of damage. Go ahead and lockpick.
Shouldn't be too hard.
I think we have enough time for one more encounter.
Should get some rest. I need to keep sharp.
And then we're actually gonna have to go to, guys, come on. Come on, get over here. Get out of the cursed stuff. Jeez. And then we're gonna have to do a long rest to see if there's any interactions. Let's see. Is there something over here? It's a campsite. I'm trying to find the crow guy before we wrap up the episode. I know he's pretty close.
What's
I know he's
that?
really close. Are you gonna dig it up, please? Nothing of value. Alright, the crow guy should be over here. There he is. Oh, she's dead already. Go ahead and get a save in real quick.
Where lies your guilt?
The waning moon.
Alright, what's going on here?
You walk in the darkness unafraid. How curious. The murdered lie silent. The raven asks, will you be their voice? She is not the victim. Nay, she is the perpetrator. This woman tended a bar where she took her patrons, her friends,
into her confidence, promised their secrets were safe with her. Yet she turned their word. They died because of her.
I just remembered something.
And to this day, her victims lie unavenged.
Alright, so this quest actually requires me to go further into the mist. There's an actual tavern area that you can go to called the Waning Moon or whatever it's called. And when you go over there, you find a ledger in a hidden compartment. So I'm not even over there yet. Nothing will happen over here until later, like until you go to Act 3. This guy will stay here until you actually do this quest. So in order to prevent myself from missing anything, I'm going to wrap up the episode here, and next time I'll continue doing stuff outside the area so I can have everything ready. We're going to try and go to the actual like hospital area to get a really cool spell and also do some other cool stuff with deception. And eventually we're going to circle back to this guy. I forgot all about that. Sorry about that. But yeah, this is Crim signing out. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to let me know, and see you next time with the crazy deception that you can do in Act 2, because there is a lot of deception.